aka Best Bail Bonds. Big game coverage live from Las Vegas. Powered by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Synergenics, and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, gather around, huddle up on us. It is the Morning Huddle. He's RJ Ochoa, the managing editor of Blogging the Boys. I'm Rob Thompson, the professor-in-chief, so I've been told. We are joined by CBS Radio's own Andrew Perloff. You know him from Maggie and Perloff. Good to have you stop by. Thanks for setting your alarm and getting up early with us.
Oh, are you kidding me? I've been up since 1 o'clock. We're 6 to 10 Eastern. So my wake-up call is 1:30 here in Vegas. And you know what it's like in Vegas. Everybody's still up from the night before. So I'm walking through these people who are drunk or still gambling away, and I'm like groggy-eyed. So, wild.
You know, we've all had to hit the bowl and do the games, and we've been in other cities where we wake up and we're literally the only ones working. Yeah. And I felt like coming here, it might feel better being out and about and seeing people living life and having fun. No, it's worse. It's worse terrible. Going to work when people are out having fun. I'd rather it be a ghost town than see people partying.
You guys at 2 o'clock come? You guys want to?
Yeah, we're here.
In the morning? Wait, what time did you get here this morning?
We got here about 2:45.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know? Oh,
yeah, you're just over on the good side of town. We're over in the.
I thought it was just me and Brady Quinn hanging out over there. Yeah, it's. By the way, my wake-up call is I've arrived 10 minutes later every morning.
Oh, us too.
By the end, I'm going to be right as the show begins. I'm going to be running in.
It's a difficult time. East Coast time is stupid, but this is even worse. This is awful. Central time zone is beautiful for a reason, and it makes sense. And so it's so awkward finishing at 8 a.m. here. Like, I don't know what to do, and then we have all these other things to do, and so I feel awkward and discombobulated in every single sense.
Yeah.
Which is how I feel about my friendship with you on some level, because you're a Philly guy.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It's definitely weird because I really enjoy your social feed. But you know, there's this thing inside of me as a Philly guy. We were raised to hate one thing.
Yeah, right.
That was the Dallas Cowboys. But I actually have had a lot of friends who either work for the Cowboys or are Cowboys fans, so I appreciate them at least.
Do you guys feel as bad as we do?
About what?
About your team? Are you upset as we are?
No, because we got the ring in 17.
Well, there is that.
Yeah, it actually makes everything better. It's weird, and we were there last year. I mean, wait, I can't really even count that high. When's the last time the Cowboys won?
Yeah. It's been a long time. Radio was a new thing. Like, it had just, we were still just starting out.
Smoke signals.
But it does feel like, so I do an NFC East podcast with Brandon Gotton from Bleeding Green Nation, and we both feel like the division has lost some juice. Because Cowboys fans are like, Nick Sirianni's a loser. Eagles fans are like Mike McCarthy. So, everyone just is making fun of everyone. But you can't make all the fun of our team. But you talk about the Cowboys a lot, and you have a plan to fix them. But I don't know if it's sincere or if it's what you want to see.
Wow.
like a Trojan horse sort of thing.
Since it's Jerry Jones, the Cowboys, I don't know either if it's sincere or not.
Right.
But I feel like this is my, obviously, bird's eye view is, okay, so Jerry did it their way. Since the day they took Zach Martin over Johnny Manziel, he's been listening to smart people in the room.
Sure.
The way they built the team is really quite conservative and smart. Jerry, what if Jerry came in there when he said that all-in quote that is, it's for national media, is just like, this is the topic. What if he said, we're going to do it my way, we're going to bring in stars, stars at skill position players, Derrick Henry, maybe try and get Khalil Mack or Joey Bosa for the Chargers. Like, let's go all in, let's sign these new contracts, kick the salary cap down the road, and just which, by the way, never works in the NFL. I mean, let's be honest, this is like, it's sort of the Chargers formula, but let's do it differently, not build the team the smart way, but go all in for a 1, 2 year, 3 time frame. And I was actually serious about that. Maybe they do it a little differently this offseason.
Why don't you think that is how it's applied? I mean, he could do that.
Yeah.
What is the constraint? And is it in his mind what we consider all in is very different in his mind what all in because of the financial success of his franchise? He says it, and I think he believes it, but I don't know what that means.
How's he going to do it, though? Because he's got to pay, he's got to pay probably Dak to change that. He's got to pay Micah Parsons. He's got to pay CeeDee Lamb. So how do you go all in means spend, right? And you don't have a high draft pick, so I don't really even know what all in exactly means.
Right.
I do think it means structure everything to be in a closer time frame where you can bring in talent.
So you bring up Derrick Henry, and that was one of my initial thoughts too. And I do think that they're down so bad that we need a carrot, right? They have to throw everybody something to kind of, but you're like signing a free agent running back is going all in. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you break it down in like
for $7 million.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you break it down,
a 30-year-old.
Exactly. Like when that's all they stood up and all chips from the table. So like when I realized that, I was like, I don't know what I expect them to do, and they're so stuck with Dak, as you mentioned, and I'm a big Dak believer, but I understand the timelines of it all don't totally line up, and so I do believe you have to make one decision or the other, and I think they're already too late in that by keeping Mike McCarthy around. Because now Cowboys fans are saying, well, they have this lame duck season, and well, that's their fault. Like that, they made that decision.
Yeah.
They painted themselves into the corner, and now they're stuck.
Yeah, I mean, also, too, we talk about this on the show. Is Belichick gloomy out there? And, is McCarthy, if he starts out 2-5, is he going to fire him midseason? Which really isn't Jerry's style. But one thing, the NFC East is definitely down, so they could easily win some games next year. I mean, Washington's rebuilding. Dan Quinn, I don't know how you guys feel about him, but Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury is not intimidating everyone.
Trails.
And then we have Kellen Moore. We being Philadelphia, has Kellen Moore, who does not seem like the ideal offense coordinator for Jalen Hurts, and no one knows who's in charge in Philadelphia right now. Sirianni has been watered down by Howie Roseman, and then there's the Giants. Yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to win. Do they really have to go all in to get to double-digit wins again? I know the schedule is harder next year.
That's my concern is they're going to pay the people who you mentioned, and they're going to define that. So all in is an ambiguous term. You're right.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, we're all in. We've given CD over $30 million a year. We've given Micah $30 million a year. We've given Dak $50 million. We're all in.
Is that what he means? That's cheating.
That's my fear. I do think it's cheating, but I think I've been let down by them too many times, and they're always connected to all these players, and it's great content for me, and I enjoy that, and puts food on my table. But I just have a really hard time believing that. I envy Howie Roseman. I don't want anything to do with Nick Sirianni, but I would, in a heartbeat, trade Jerry the GM for Howie Roseman.
Yeah, no, he's had great picks.
He is Andrew Perloff, Maggie and Perloff, CBS Sports Radio, sitting with us, crossing the street as we were the morning crew. This bowl game in particular, when you were coming into it, what was the storyline you thought you would get, and what's the storyline you think you're going to chase?
So coming in, it was a lot of Patrick Mahomes' legacy. Is he chasing Tom Brady? And the other quarterback, Brock Purdy. Is Brock Purdy only here because the guys around him are so great? So that was really the main issue.
Is it going that direction?
But here's what has happened, though. We've had a lot of pretty smart football people who've come in and said, it's not about the quarterbacks.
Right.
It's really about who can establish a run game. It's about McCaffrey and Pacheco. So that's what's changed the most, is I thought it'd be all the quarterbacks. And it is obviously a lot of quarterbacks. And then there's no escaping the gigantic cloud that lays over this entire Radio Row, this entire city, the Taylor Swift topic.
Is it a cloud or a bright sunshine? I don't know what to make out of this.
I don't even know. I can't. All right, I have a 13-year-old daughter. She thinks Taylor Swift is uncool and is therefore rooting for Brock Purdy to lead the Niners. And she knows no football. But she said to me, she called me the other day, she says, Brock Purdy better be on point, no early interceptions. I'm like, you haven't watched one game with me all year.
It's interesting. She seems like the outlier.
Yes.
I mean, as far as all citizens of the world are concerned.
No, I don't agree. There are a lot of people who are overexposed to Taylor Swift. You guys don't hear that, the backlash?
Well, I get it a little bit. I think that there is this manufactured anger that there is anger. I think there's
like
a little bit of
straw
anger.
man argument.
A little tired of seeing her, but I haven't seen universal hatred of Taylor Swift because I'm getting her 40 seconds on a Sunday afternoon. But I do think that is part of the conversation, and I'm not sure how the NFL nor Taylor Swift in that industry want to parse it. How is this working? Is this a communal effort, or is one working to pull the other along? Is this, all of this is kind of snowballing, and we're all just kind of watching it, trying to figure out where are we going with this.
Did you see the Boomer Esiason report that Taylor Swift's people asked the NFL to pay for the jet to come from Tokyo? I don't know if that's been confirmed. But so does that mean this is an official business relationship?
Right.
I don't even know.
Well, there was I think it was the Week 3 Chiefs-Jets Sunday night game when they when her tour movie was coming out and they ran it during Sunday Night Football, and it was like they didn't charge her for that.
I know.
That's when it started to feel a little, felt a little fabricated. But even if it is fabricated, I'm not like a wrestling fan, but I enjoy epic things. And she makes this the Super Bowl in and of itself is an epic thing, and I appreciate that. So she's adding to that.
My co-host Maggie Gray thinks the relationship, or at least thought, was a sham.
I'm with there.
I actually was never quite there because I feel like Travis Kelce would be a good catch for Taylor Swift. I know that sounds weird, but she is the most famous. But you've seen the nerds she's dated before, these music guys.
That's true.
Travis Kelce comes in there, and he's also, I think, there's a reason his podcast is so popular. He's a down-to-earth guy. He's very personable.
Midwest realist.
Yeah. And I think Taylor Swift would. I mean, who would not respond to that? And I'm, of course, Jason Kelce fan. The other thing, let me ask the Dallas Cowboys perspective. Jason Kelce, was it annoying when he took off his shirt and rooted for the Chiefs, or are you guys Kelce fans?
I'm a Kelce fan. I appreciate it.
I'm
actually a Jason Kelce fan more than
He's the most likable Eagle, and there are some Eagles that are like easy to hate. Like I always hated Deshaun Jackson. I always hated LaShawn McCoy. Like they kind of fit the mold. But Jason's he's a cool dude, and part of it's the Trav thing. But he also is a Blogging the Boys fan. He's like engaging us for.
Oh, really?
He had a poll. They had a New Heights poll, and it was like defining what the best mascot was in the NFC East, and so he asked Blogging the Boys for help.
Oh, that's
to
great.
muddy the vote.
That's really cool.
So we're good. I'm cool with Jason.
So what's Kelce going to do around Philly? Is he going to hang around and be a face for the franchise, or is he going to? Yeah,
well, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure. I know in the summers he does this awesome thing where he'll go down the Jersey Shore, which is our beach area, and 10 bar. I think he's going to be just an ambassador.
I would hope so.
Philly is a town where Eagles are everything. You can wear a Brian Dawkins jersey to a wedding, and it's considered formal wear. So just never pay for a drink his whole life. But it does feel like he's got a big national media career, too, because of the New Heights podcast. And obviously Travis does, too. But Jason, I think, has emerged as a real media force. I'd be surprised if he wasn't a national figure.
I feel like it's coming. We're talking with a national figure here, Andrew Perloff, right here, sitting with us here on San Antonio Sports Star. We appreciate all that's gone into. Any grievance for the week so far? Any complaints about what we've seen? Because we air our grievances every day at 9 o'clock.
People hate when media complain.
Yeah, but you can do it.
Yeah,
okay.
Are you guys staying in the same hotel I am?
No, we're at an Airbnb like 3-4 miles away, and it's a jaunt, but it's nothing like the jaunt to get food here. That's the problem.
Oh, I know. Wait, should I say the name of the hotel? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about it.
I'm at the Luxor, and this is sort of an old school Las Vegas hotel. I get in there. There's 3 hangars for all of. I'm there for a week.
Okay.
3 hangars. Do you know how many outfits I have? I got to go out at night. Like, I got to look good, and everything's wrinkled. There are 3 hangars, and it's such an old school hotel. There's no deadbolt on the door. So
it's like a chain.
Yeah, it is. There's no chain either.
Okay.
It is the most bizarre hotel. I can hear everything from every neighbor. So my hotel situation isn't ideal. But that, I guess. But again, and it's raining, and so I've been a little down. But we did do one thing that is crazy cool. I'm just going to brag. Maggie and I went to an Elvis wedding.
That's what you say, yeah.
Yeah, sat in. We're in the party by the end of the thing. It was awesome. So we're enjoying Vegas.
My last one. What level of you is pretending to like Nick Sirianni?
I can't even. You have no idea. I'm sure you guys like this. My phone. I'm on 3 Eagles text threads and about 4 Sixers text threads. They hate Nick Sirianni so much. Every friend I know wants him gone and doesn't understand it. But we all did not like Sean Desai and Brian Johnson the way they were running it. So it's just an odd marriage. Nick Sirianni, Vic Fangio, and Kellen Moore.
Strangest.
It's Three's Company. And
Howie Roseman, too.
My take forever was, remember when he used to have the visor with the highlighter?
Yeah.
My take at the time was he wanted Philadelphians to dress like him for Halloween. he so wanted to be like a local legend, and have people like getting that up and like a clipboard walking around on Halloween. That's the kind of guy he is.
Run the ball.
Can I tell you my quick San Antonio?
Yes,
of course.
So you have to have takes in the sports radio industry. I went all in. Victor Wembanyama is not going to be good. He's a bust. It's all hype. I bet someone I will drive to San Antonio if he wins Rookie of the Year. That bet is still on.
Well, we'll see in June, I guess.
Well, there's a young man named Chet Holmgren who is my last hope. But to be honest, I actually love San Antonio. I love the food there, so I kind of want to drive to San Antonio.
Come see us. We would love to have a tour guide.
I got a great breakfast taco place, which I'm sure you guys have a wedding. But and then, so I made the bet, and then I said, yeah, there's great breakfast tacos in San Antonio, all stuck in New York. For some reason, we don't have good breakfast tacos in New York, so I'm actually kind of rooting for Wemby.
As we are for you to come down as well.
I would love it.
Andrew Perloff, CBS Sports, right here. Thanks for stopping by, my friend.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it, Andrew.
Yeah.
Best Bail Bonds, big game coverage live from Las Vegas. Powered by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Synergenics, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.